In Peru, various kinds of leishmaniasis parasites are found in the jungle and in the mountains. The parasites produce lesions that are difficult to cure and may cause mutilating scars.
It produces stigmatizing scars and mutilate these people, and this affects their quality of life. So that's why I believe that it is important to continue and do the best as we can.
Poor farmers in the mountains and woodworkers in the jungle are easy victims. Children accompanying their parents to the fields are often affected.
In some parts of Peru, the prevalence of leishmaniasis is going down because the government has been developing a control program that provides free therapy.
But a lot of affected people delay their visit to the clinic. The health facilities are far from their community, and 3 weeks of therapy keeps them from their fields for too long. This is why doctors like Dalila have to go to the mountains and build up a relationship of trust with these remote communities. Leishmaniasis is a neglected disease because it affects poor people that have no means to pay for drugs. Hence, only few commercial companies invest in research.
People who are poor and is becoming more poor because acquire this disease. It's not in the list of the priorities. You know, in the last 20 years, there are like 2,000 new drugs. Only 12 drugs is coming from neglected tropical disease. That is, the investments in tropical disease is real, is nothing. International solidarity is very important to try to have a new compound from this old disease who produce a lot of poverty.
Scientific work in the laboratory is crucial for the diagnosis and treatment of any infectious disease. Here in Peru, the laboratory is producing top-class research results in several areas.
You see, this laboratory, it was built thanks to the collaboration with Antwerp. And we send a lot of students there to learn some techniques, and some people from Belgium come here to learn some field work, for example. So we have different things to give to the collaboration, and we both learn from both sides.
It is important for us to confirm the diagnosis, which means to find any trace of the parasite. Because the available drugs right now, all of them, they are toxic for people. So we want to be sure that those who get the therapy and are exposed to these toxic effects, they really need the therapy.
There are 3 different ways to identify the parasite. You can see it through a microscope. It can be grown through culture. Or the DNA of the parasite can be detected by a special technique called PCR.
In the microscope, they only tell you if it's infected with leishmaniasis, that's all. But they cannot tell you which species. Is it Brasiliensis or Peruviana? With these advanced techniques, the clinician can know if it's going to be only cutaneous lesions or mucocutaneous lesions. And that is important because the treatment is different. Here at the Institute von Humboldt, they developed this technique, the PCR to diagnose leishmaniasis.
Some people who is coming from the rich country to the poor country, they feel this is like a mine, and we are going to take the gold and coming back to our country. We publish a good paper in New England and then coming very famous, because that is unfair. We prefer to have this kind of horizontal cooperation when we discuss what is important from Peru. And that is the style we are building with the Antwerp Tropical Institute.
The good thing about this collaboration is that you establish the priorities in Belgium, but also here in Lima. And you talk with your partner in Belgium, and decide what will be the best activities that we can do together. The people from the institute in Antwerp came here to learn what we know about Leishmania in the field work and also in the lab work. And they start to work together and then transfer the knowledge to Antwerp and to other areas in the region.
The cooperation with the Belgian is coming absolutely important. Right now, we have 12 PhD candidates. 9 is coming to Belgium, 1 in the Leuven University and 8 to the Antwerp Tropical Institute. This kind of a cooperation is one of the best cooperation we have in Peru related to the science support.
People working towards their PhDs conduct their research over 4 years in a so-called sandwich program. Part of the time they study in Antwerp, but for most of the 4 years, they undertake field work at their home base. The advantage is that they don't lose contact with their country of origin.
Most of the people that finish the bachelor program, they just apply for a PhD in the United States or in Europe. They promise to come back, but they never come back. With this program, I think you have the opportunity to continue contact with your home institution and try to build a career here.
Thanks to this sandwich program, I had the opportunity to go for training to some of these countries like Burkina Faso. I also met people from other parts like Cambodia, from India, from Benin. Really great opportunity to make a big network and get closer with them.
Because we are training within this switching the poles or this very horizontal collaboration, now I'm applying that to interact with my new partner from the United States. And I can set what I'm interested to do and I can stand for it. And they accept that. So now they say that they cannot fight with me, but because they always lose.
We are growing and we have very independent with high quality of the training. And for that reason, right now we can training more than 700 doctors, medical doctors from 72 countries here in Peru. We changed the poles and right now we're training people from the north who is coming to learn in the south what happened in the tropical diseases.